What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy Vussy Magz back at it with another video for you guys. Today we're doing analysis Sundays, So if you're new to the channel, subscribe, click the bell notification icon, and like the video. Comment if you want, you feel me? But either way, this week these are all the charts you gotta look forward to. They're already analyzing everything. It's USD, some of the USDs and golds and stuff like that, you feel me? I'm not really trying to take too much of your time, you feel me? April special is in full effect. April special is in full effect. We're doing 30 days signals, mentorship, lessons and education for $35 I think, but it's 500 rands in SA, but I think it's $30 or so, right? And we're doing 3 months, right? Membership, VIP membership for 3 months is 1,000 rands right now, you feel me? That's like $75 or so. This is only in effect just for April only, you feel me? We're only doing something special for you guys for this month only. But either way, last week was a great ass week. Everybody in the team knows what I'm talking about. We made crazy bags, you feel me? And you see me right now, it's a Sunday night. I'm excited as, I don't want to say it, but I'm excited for this coming trading week, because only us can do what we're doing, you feel me? And the results are gonna speak for itself, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm not trying to take too much of your time. Like I said, let's just go ahead and go to the analysis. Alright, so the first chart that we're gonna look at today is the USD Jpy. This is on its H4 time frame, as you guys can see. So basically the arrow that you're seeing there is just to symbolize that we're in a downtrend. So basically if we're gonna trade anything below this trend line that you're seeing, meaning if you open trades below this line, we have to go with the flow of the trend, which is a sell. So we're going to be looking to sell for as long as the price is moving below the trend line, right? But if we do get a breakout to the upside, then we need to adjust to the flow of the trend, you feel me? Because before all this movement that you're seeing here, this was in a uptrend, you feel me? So we gotta also keep that in mind, that this was previously in a uptrend. So this might be a correction before you're getting a breakout, but it's all gonna depend on how the price reacts at these zones, right? So another thing that you need to pay attention to is all the support and resistance zones that are kind of highlighted in this chart. And if you've been watching the previous analysis videos, then you definitely know that I'm not a really big fan of clustered charts. And by that I mean, if I want to show you guys trends and stuff like that, I keep the trend line, I keep the support and resistances at a minimum. But with this one, I just want to also show you guys that there are levels that the price tends to respect, right? So the first one is the support, and as you can see before, this was a resistance, right? And then now it's actually support, and we kind of broke below, which was a fake out, and then the price kind of made its way back up now to this level. So you might want to mark all these levels if you're gonna look to trade it. And at the moment, if we go to the H1 now, so we can see the movement in detail, right? For us to basically trade this, I'm gonna go to 30-minute time frame so I can draw a reversal line, right? So our reversal line is going to start there, right? We're going to join it with that candlestick wick there. Then we're going to also hover or basically join it with the candlestick wicks here and the candlestick wicks there. You understand? So now we're going to go back to the H1, right? So in the H1, I'm just going to move it and align it to the trend line like that. So if anything is to happen here, it's either we might get a breakout, right? If we get a breakout, it's definitely going to be a breakout, maybe to the downside, and we know what to take our targets and stuff like that. If we get a rejection, then you know that the price is definitely going to keep going up, and then maybe rebound off the trend line and then give us a nice breakout there. But this is all going to depend on where it actually breaks out, because if it does go to the upside, which is there, it might go to the next resistance zone, and then maybe we might get a retest of this zone, the trend line, before getting a breakout from there to the top again, right? So this is just something you need to keep your eyes on if you're planning on also trading this. But we're definitely going to trade this. Signals are going to be sent to the VIP members, you feel me? So let's go to the next chart. So the next chart that we're going to trade is the Euro JPY. So the Euro JPY is in the uptrend, as you guys can see, and it seems to be making a double top. Seems like it's about to make a double top there, and it seems like the price is struggling at this moment, you feel me? So if you look at what's going on here in the H1 time frame, you can see that the price has kind of been moving in a range. And when I'm talking about a range, that's why I highlighted this top resistance zone as well as the support zone here, meaning this structure is basically moving in between the support and resistance, you feel me? So every time it goes to the resistance, it bounces back, right? And you see that because it also struggled here, it made a fake out here, and then you understand. So maybe we can just adjust this to be like this, so that now we are also taking into consideration this high, and then we can see the fake out. We see what happened with the price after. Then now we're back here, so most likely the price is gonna reject there, you feel me? And then we're gonna start to head downwards, right? So I'm just gonna draw this arrow just so you can visualize that what's gonna happen there, right? So maybe if we go to the M30, try to find a reversal line that we can draw from the trend line, because we're gonna be counter trading. What am I trying to say? We're gonna be trading against the trend basically, because the trend overall is an uptrend, but because now we know the structure of how everything is, we can draw our reversal line like this. So basically waiting for a breakout of the reversal line on the M30 or H1, you know, and then you're gonna write it down below, right? So the next pair that we're gonna look at is the USDCHF. So the USDCHF, basically what we're looking at, right? What we're looking at basically here is remember, I don't know if you guys saw last week's analysis video. I highlighted everything about this, so I'm not really gonna go into detail. But when you go to the H1, I did mention here, because when you analyzed it last week, it was here. I did mention the flag pattern that was forming here and how we would have to trade this setup and stuff like that. And man, unfortunately for you, if you haven't been in the VIP mentorship, then you didn't get this nice signals, because you can see how far this trade actually went, you feel me? So now what's happening is we're gonna go to the H4, right? And we want to find a trend line, because basically where the price is now, it's at a support zone, you feel me? This is previous support zone where price has been struggling more than once. So it's once, twice here. Actually, it was twice here. It rejected, and then it went above, and then came back and tested, faked out, went back, and then came back here, tested again, and then the price kind of went up. Then now we're back here, you feel me? So what we're waiting for now, or how we're gonna test the strength of this structure, is we're gonna draw a reversal line, right, starting from the flag pattern, and try to, like, you know, draw it like this. So we're gonna go to the H1, right? So this is the structure that we're currently looking at right now, and this chart looks hella complicated now on the H1, I'll admit, but at the same time it still goes with the principles of how we trade, which is why we're considering it, because we made contact with this trend line here, there, and also we kind of faked out there, but now we might make a double top and reject. So we're only going to be looking to buy this one, right? We're going to be looking to buy from a break. If we get a breakout from here, it's going to be ideal, so we can trade this thing, you understand? And at the same time now, if we do break below the structure, which is unlikely because of how many times it rejected, but price does what it wants anyways, then we'll have to trade it on a retest below. You understand what I'm saying? So let's go to the last chart. So the last chart that we're going to look at is gold, ladies and gentlemen, and this is last week's analysis. So basically in last week's analysis, I said we were going to wait for a breakout. As you can see the arrow here, we're going to wait for a breakout, but now the breakout we did get, and then for a couple of days the price actually rallied up, but now we at a resistance zone, right? So if you go to the H4 time frame, just gonna remove this arrow, you feel me? Gonna go to the H4 time frame. So if you go to the H4 time frame, you will notice that basically what's going on here is the price is at a resistance zone, you feel me? We're at resistance, and depending on how you want to look at this, even if I just remove the trend line here, this major trend line here, you feel me? You can see that we're also in a range here. So the same way you would have traded it if you had a reversal line here, meaning after you get a breakout, it means you must buy. So you would have bought as the price went up to test the resistance again. But now we can use the same principle to predict where we're going to get the next trade. You understand what I'm saying? So if we're drawing it like this, we already got the breakout, but now we're going to take into consideration the weekly close. So we're going to draw our reversal line like this now. So now you're going to go into your H1, and you're basically going to wait for a breakout. If this thing is really gonna, if this thing is really gonna go back to support just like how it's been in the past, then all we need to wait for is just the breakout of the reversal line that you're seeing here, and basically we wanna sell it until here. But that's gonna depend on if the price actually goes with us, because overall we're in an uptrend. So that's just something to keep in mind. But now we're just looking at this structure, which holds value because it was on the H4 time frame. So maybe if it was in the H1, then we'd prepare for anything to change. But H4 time frames tends to be a swing trade, you feel me? So you're gonna pay attention to that also. Alright fam, so that's all I got for you guys today. It's your boy Vussy Magz. Like I said, I'm gonna see you guys on the next one. Alright, peace out.